We ready to roll?
Broadcasting live from the internet, it's Tuesday night, and this is the Panels on Pages podcast.
Big boys playing with big toys.
This is quality content.
The boomers are into it.
Hey man, I just show up.
With your hosts, Lee Rodriguez,
I am a visionary. Like, oh, you have a podcast? I'm like, no, that's not me. That's somebody else.
Jason Nyes,
Yeah, sure. I'm not getting any vegetables in my diet. I'm just a thick boy.
Jose Guzman,
Is Jose on the show tonight?
He says he's coming.
It's like Elton John all over again, just minus the death threats.
Kelly Harris,
Rip your hand in your pants there, big boy. That's not me. I don't sound like that anymore.
and our good buddy Mahoney.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
We can do just glorious, wonderful things on our phones, people.
No one's ever done anything like this before.
It's gonna be massive.
It's going to be great. I mean, obviously, I think it'll be great.
And it's all killer, no filler.
My seat's on fire! Your take's so hot!
Come on. It's so good.
It's pretty good. It's there. It's reliable. You know what you're getting every single time.
Man, I'm so glad you found us.
You're all terrible people, and I'm glad you're my friend.
Put that in the intro.
That's really funny.
Over 500 episodes, and you'd think they'd have the hang of it by now.
It seems like the concept that would run its course very quickly. What is happening, everybody? Today is Tuesday, February 27th, and this is episode number 600, and I'm gonna say 47. Fuck, where's my notes?
53.
53! I got distracted with some bullshit. Okay, fine, it's good. Ridiculous. I am your host. Good. I am your host, the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Joining me tonight, we got Mr. Jason Nyes.
Dua Lipa, I don't know what to do.
I wanted to check and make sure this was correct before we got started. But it says Jose's here, probably because he never logged out from a week ago.
Yeah, but where are you seeing that?
I'm looking right at it, but that also might be because I didn't have to go through my 75 Discord updates. So maybe it's just me.
But like in the call, you see him?
Oh, there's Jose. No, I hear him. There he is.
No root beer,
Up
no
there.
root beer.
Kelly's here. What's up, Kelly?
Lee, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insinuate anything about your wife.
Oh.
And Mahoney's here. What's up, Mahoney?
I've been watching goddamn Suits all goddamn day.
Fucking finally.
You seem to be finding Suits a bit more laborious than expected.
Oh my god. Suits is very formulaic. It's it's the same thing over and over and over again, and that gets very hard over 8 seasons.
Yeah, I suppose I watched it week to week as it was coming out, so I can't speak to the watching it all at once
Watching
experience.
it all at once when every episode is basically the same thing. It's just like, okay. Every episode is one of them storms in and is like, what is your goddamn problem? And then they solve the problem, and then there's a slow walk, like slow motion
Walk and talk.
montage. And then somebody makes out, and then the episode's over.
Yeah, it's great.
Got some hot ladies on that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bad. Yeah.
I remember going over to my in-laws' house, just over the course of years, and my father-in-law really liked that show House about the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Great too.
And I never watched House except when I was over there and it happened to see it on or whatever. And at one point I'm like, hey man, what season is this? And he's like, oh, it's like season 6 or whatever it was. And I go, and so every episode somebody comes in with some wild shit, and House is like, oh, it's this crazy rare thing that happens like once every 27 years to a child born under a blue moon or whatever the fuck. And they're all like, House, you're out of your mind. That can't possibly be true. And that's what the kid has. He does that for 6 years, and they don't give him the benefit of the doubt even after all that time. like
Honestly,
every week it's like, you're full of shit, House, every week.
Well, we don't see
He's
that
always
episode.
right,
That's
but they're like,
the-
fuck you, House.
That's the most accurate feeling part of the whole thing. That
Yeah.
all of his coworkers refuse to believe him, no matter how many times he's proven right.
Well, you also have to remember House is a horrible pill addict.
But
Right.
he's also fucking knocking them out of the park week after week, all junked up.
True.
Week,
At some
week
point,
after
you
week,
know.
but we're only seeing the interesting scenarios.
They
You know,
show you the ones where they live.
or or like all the other
He's
ones where he has
getting
medical
70% of them
malpractice.
wrong, and we're just only seeing the 30%.
Right?
The rough cut of each season is 67 episodes.
I love the idea of that.
Yeah.
Like there's a
Now,
whole
Mahoney-
library of additional House episodes where the patients all die. Where he's
Mahoney,
always
do you
wrong.
feel like you could be a lawyer now? Because I feel like I could have been a lawyer after I watched Suits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely,
buddy.
I could be a lawyer right now.
I've been watching
you-
a lot of court.
You and me.
I've been watching a lot of court television. I think I could be a lawyer too.
All right, we're opening up a
Because-
firm.
Well,
You know what?
let's do it. But which one of us is the Mike and which one of us is the Harvey?
Okay, well,
Um,
I've never seen Suits, but I have seen The Sopranos. And The Sopranos always makes me think I'd be really good at organized crime. So we could still get together.
Okay,
We
yeah.
can still
I
all
mean,
work together and make this work.
being a lawyer is basically
same
organized
difference.
crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
I watched the show first, so I think I'm Harvey. I also watched.
You just want your name on that
you got
goddamn
so-
wall.
I want my name on that goddamn wall. I also watched The Spirit, so I'm doubling up on my great Gabrielle mocked.
Hell yeah, love the spirit.
Man, I don't know. That movie's real bad.
Yeah, that movie. That like you love the Spirit.
I mean, I've seen it once and I really enjoyed it when I did.
It's bad in 2024 eyes.
Well, because there's a lot of like Hitler logos in it, right?
No, it's not just that. It's like, what if Sin City was just really not made anywhere nearly as well?
Yeah.
And also,
Maybe.
it's kind of nothing like the actual, like, the comics, The Spirit. Like, I've been on a big Spirit kick lately, and I'm like, damn, that is not that character at all. That is just whatever dude Frank Miller feels like he's writing right now.
Kelly on a big spirit kick lately. He's getting into organized religion.
Yep.
Organized religion and cartoon horses.
Yep.
Something that I
I mean,
learned
shit, I did
watching-
read that fucking Gumby comic the other day. The
That shit looked
The one-
cool.
the one that Art Adams drew.
That looks rad as hell.
That's that book's insane. One of the very first things. Shut up, Siri. One of the first things that happens is Gumby goes over to his neighbor's house, and his neighbor just has a bunch of wires attached to him that he's like tied to all various parts of his house, and he's just laying on the couch hoping that the house gets struck by lightning so he can kill himself.
Jesus
no.
Christ.
Oh no.
And then Gumby's like,
No, root beer, no.
and then Gumby's just like, all right, Mr. Wilkins, why don't you come hang out with us? It'll be all right. And then there's just this whole like 6 pages straight of Gumby and his friends doing stuff while this guy is just standing in the background looking shell-shocked and going, I don't care.
That's fucking incredible. Okay.
It
I
was
gotta find
so bizarre.
I gotta find
So
this.
one thing that I've really wanted this book for, like, obviously it's gorgeous because it's drawn by Art Adams. It is written by Bob Burden of the Flaming Carrot fame. And
Okay.
I heard about this years ago when I listened to a podcast that Art Adams was a guest on. He didn't get a script for this. He got in the mail a tape cassette that Bob Burden had just recorded himself rambling for however many minutes long, just telling him what the comic would be. And then he drew that.
What the fuck?
It's insane. Gumby's like summer fun special, I think is what it's called. But yeah, if you ever see a copy of it out in the wild, I highly recommend grabbing it.
I'm trying to find that shit right now. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been buying a bunch of shit on fucking eBay lately and looking at things that I've been finding at work.
Hell yeah!
I
How'd you enjoy those sauces?
I loved the sauces. I drank them all.
No, you're just supposed to look at them.
Nope. They're collector's items in my tummy. Yeah, Gumby's Summer Fun Special.
I'm
There's
Gumby,
also a
goddammit.
Gumby Winter Fun special. Look at that shit. Who did us? Okay, right on. Well, I can look this shit up, but not now. So the biggest happenings about the Rodriguez house has been this fucking cat.
Cat? You got a new
Fucking
cat?
This fucking cat showed up.
Yeah, what?
Showed up.
You got a cat?
New one?
That's very much a gray area right now.
Uh-oh, is
But
it Tweak?
But oh my god, that would be tremendous.
How can it be a gray area if this is a new cat or not?
So I'm outside one day minding my own goddamn business,
Secret cat.
and then I hear this cat like meowing pretty intently in the yard. I'm like, what the fuck? And it keeps going, and so I look over and I say, is that a fucking cat? And apparently my wife, who has cat-like ears, heard the word cat, leapt off the couch, did what I must assume was a half gainer over the love seat, and opened up the door. She's like, did you say cat? And then Buster's like, holy fuck, a cat! And he runs out and chases the cat. But my wife's not gonna let this shit slide, so she goes and she finds the cat and brings it back to the house and starts loving on the cat. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, oh, she's declawed, clearly it's like this isn't a wild cat, obviously. This is somebody's cat that's, lost or fucking off. And I go, well, maybe it's just fucking off. Let it go. And that was about a week ago. That fucking cat's still hanging out here. Now they've put out a box and a blanket for it on the front porch. They feed it every day. Our two cats right now, we got two cats. They're named Rocket and Groot. And so they're taken to calling it Quill because it's orange as well. It's got that red hair. And then Jax is like, come on, Dad. If you let us keep the cat, they'll be the guardians of the Meowlixy. And I said, go to your fucking room.
Yeah, that was bad, Jax.
Your
That ain't-
fucking room.
Give that a rework.
Ridiculous. You're fucking you're a disappointment.
But Lee, this
So-
is why I said that your wife would let you let a beaver run around your house.
That's the
This is
wildest shit I've seen in a while.
This is actually really perfect
I-
timing.
I think Lee letting this cat in the house is because of the beaver running around that house.
You know what I'm saying?
Heyo.
Well, the cat. So the cat still lives outside, but
Mhm.
they'll just kind of bring it inside once in a while and be like, "Oh, look how cute the cat is." I'm like, "What the fuck are you people doing?" So if I had to wager, I'd say I got maybe a week left, and this goddamn cat's gonna be either gone or living in the house.
Well,
Why
I-
do you think it's gonna be gone?
it's,
Kids.
it feels like someone else's
Bullshit.
cat, though.
Yeah,
It
that's
does
probably
feel
Even
like
though
someone
it's gonna
else's
come into
cat.
your house for food, like it feels like just someone else's cat. So you bring it inside your house. Odds are somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, anybody seen my cat?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think
like-
they're gonna inadvertently steal someone's cat.
I don't know, but like no collar, no nothing. Real excited to be here. I don't fucking know. That's
They
what I
chip
said.
'em
Though. Like,
usually.
just-
No collar is weird if you're gonna let your cat walk around outside, but also declawed
Yeah.
is very weird to let your cat walk around outside.
exactly. It's odd, you know.
All very strange, but I feel like you're gonna find out that this is somebody's cat, and you're opening yourself up for heartache.
Or it's a Sumerian trickster demon that has decided to take up residence on my front stoop for a while
That
just to
could
see what
be.
happens.
Oh shit, it's Crom?
Could be.
Looks like you need to make some lost cat signs, Lee.
Yeah. Or make some lost cats.
You're gonna make a sign that's like, "Can you get this cat out of my house?"
It's not mine. Is it yours?
Here, you throw this away.
$50 reward if you come to my house and tell my wife this is your cat.
Like a yard sign with an arrow pointing towards like the porch where the cat hangs out, saying, "Whose cat is this?
Yeah.
Is this your cat? I want to talk to you."
I don't have enough room in my house for the cat with the beaver around.
Now, see, if you had a beaver, Lee,
It keeps damming up the rooms.
the beaver would keep the cat out with all the dams.
So you gotta pull this video up, nice, because this is the wildest shit I've seen in a minute. It contains a lot of sentences, a lot of words that don't really make sense and to have belonging in the same sentence. It's fucking crazy.
I fucking love this little guy.
It says, this beaver was orphaned and rescued as a newborn. Interestingly, it's showing the instinct to build a dam, even though no parent ever passed that information to it. And so it's just a fucking full-ass beaver walking around
Dragging a little
house.
Christmas tree around the house.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
here
like
comes
tearing up all
SpongeBob.
their Christmas shit and building a dam. It's kind of wild.
It's like, hey,
He
check
said,
this
"Fuck
out.
Christmas, fuck SpongeBob. I'm building a dam with your corpses."
Yeah, and this hallway is not going to get flooded, so thank
Yeah,
you later.
Definitely not. No.
I love that.
Is
He
it less-
puts the fucking doggy up there and it falls down. He's like, fuck.
All right, let's throw a SpongeBob up there. All right. Now, where's this fucking flip flop gonna go?
What a dumb idiot.
All right, job well done.
Great fucking job, Beaver. This is why you were abandoned.
Aww.
The other beavers caught a whiff and is like, oh, this beaver is autistic.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that dude's great. I love him. I
So,
wouldn't
yeah.
let him in my house, but like,
Lee says, who the fuck just lets a beaver walk around their house? And then I see Kelly's response out of context,
didn't see that till
given the
now.
opportunity, your wife. My wife.
Fucking ridiculous.
Y'all,
100 ask
Twitter.
her. Ask Nicole if she would let a beaver run around the house. I
No.
think she's gonna say yes.
No, he can't possibly ask that because he knows it's a yes. And by asking that, it's implied consent.
Yeah. Lee's like, "Hey, would you let a beaver live in the house?" She's like, "Where is he? Where? Outside? Where? Right now?"
No. It's, hey, Nicole, would you let a beaver live in our house? And she'll go, what have you heard? She'll go, God damn it, he's been downstairs scratching, hasn't he?
Exactly. She'll be like, "Did you go in the bathroom? I told you to stay out of that bathroom."
Okay, bad news. There was a leak. Good news. We got a
It's all
beaver
dammed
on
up.
it.
It's all damaged.
Bad news. Your Optimus Prime count went down a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, you imagine
What?
a beaver gets a hold of that collection, like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I could build
imagine
so
Lee
many
just
fucking
going into
dams.
his office one day and there's just the entire bottom shelf of robots is gone and he finds it dammed up in the bathroom.
I think I'm having a panic attack. Fucking insane.
What a delightful story.
So dumb.
That's a big ass boy. That's a big ass rat.
That's the thing. He is a big boy. Like he commands a presence. That's the kind of thing that, you're going
lives
over to somebody's
outside.
house for the first time. If you're going over to somebody's house for the first time and they have not disclosed that there's a beaver running around, you open that fucking door.
Come on.
That's a conversation starter.
Yeah, no. If you have a beaver, everyone knows you have a beaver.
That's probably true. Yeah, it's real hard to have the beaver and not have the beaver be your entire fucking personality.
Did I talk about the Beaver movie that I saw on the show? Yeah, I did, right?
No, not on the show, and I'm very interested in this weirdness.
Yeah, The movie is called Hundreds of Beavers, and it is essentially a modern silent slapstick movie. And it's made by like dudes who are local to the Wisconsin area. And it's about a guy who has like a cider farm or something, and then all the like beavers come by and cut some trees down, it fucks up everything, and then he ends up becoming a trapper. And as you can see in the photo, if you're watching on the video, all of the beavers are people in costumes. It's insane. The movie is an hour and 48 minutes long, and you would think it would just not be able to work for that long of time.
Yeah, that seems long for a bit like this.
It never gets boring.
Interesting.
They keep escalating things. Like at one point, there's one picture where it looks like there's two dudes sitting at a guy and a beaver sitting at a desk. One next to that. This is a courtroom drama that eventually it turns into.
What?
Where he's
Okay.
being represented for his crimes as a hunter by his beaver public defendant.
Hey.
And it's this entire scene where there is dialogue, but it's all in like weird beaver speak. So you can't understand any of it.
Oh my god.
That sounds fucking awesome.
I bet I could
And it
practice
just
beaver
keeps-
law.
Going and going and going, and it's so fucking funny. Like
And the movie sounds fine, but is there anywhere on Twitter that I can go and read a synopsis of all 100 beavers?
Well, it's not 100; it's hundreds. There's
Hundreds.
Okay, that's
hundreds
fine.
of
That's fine. I would like to know like a little bit about every one of the beavers before I decide.
But not
Okay,
too
something I'm
much.
interested in.
Just like surface details about these beavers.
Yeah,
Maybe a funny name.
It's
there's
equally
no fucking
parts.
typo in it, is there?
It's influenced very much by. Oh yeah, he goes fishing at one point and he makes a little little guy to keep himself company.
Little snowman friend.
Yep.
The beaver guy goes fishing. The
What
beavers are
the fuck?
horrified. Like, look at all this fucking moving water.
Oh, and also any of the fish are just like puppets too.
Okay.
That's
That's
fucking
such a beaver
tremendous.
thing to say.
Hey man,
That looks awesome.
you know, I'll admit myself, I've been complaining about CGI and shit not being there for years now, and somebody's gonna come with some hundreds of beavers, men in beaver costumes and fish puppets. I'm
Yeah.
here. I'm there.
Yeah,
Hell
bring
yeah.
up the trailer. Let's watch the trailer
All right.
because
Let's
it's
see.
it was something else. I'm so glad I went to see it in the theater because it was so funny and everyone like it was just nice to have a good crowd to laugh along with it and stuff.
Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye out on the website, hoping that the tour it comes by here because it looks fucking wild.
Yeah, this is after the fall of his like apple farm or whatever. Fell down a rabbit hole.
Sounds like
And there's all
cartoon
the-
footprints.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the beavers are building something throughout the entire movie that eventually pays off so well.
He just fucking spears the beaver. That's wild.
It's very like Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And like for as influenced by, old silent film as it is, it's also super video game influenced. Like there's a whole section where it's like they're doing the bit from Ninja Turtles where they're on the skateboards and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like it's wild. It's definitely recommend it. They also have one of their the previous movie they did, the Lake Michigan Monster, that's streaming on Amazon Prime. And that one is very fun. I especially enjoyed how it looks like a good chunk of it was filmed in the Milwaukee Public Museum.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it's for rent on YouTube. Lake Michigan Monster.
Yeah, that one's fun. One of my favorite bits is when like the guy whose house they're in that is saying it's the museum. Eventually, he's just like, everything's lies. This is all lies. This isn't my house. This is a museum. And like they kind of flash back to them walking past this giant like T-Rex and Triceratops diorama that's in the museum, and they just walk past and go, oh, sick. It's like, everything's a lie. This isn't my house.
Fucking nonsense. Shit, sorry. What's going on with you guys? What's happening? What kind of wild shit you watching?
So I haven't been watching Suits, but I've been watching a lot of court live streams on YouTube. So
I get so many of those on TikTok. They are so addicting.
For a few weeks there, I was getting real deep into the Jennifer Crumbly case, who was the mother of a school shooter in Michigan. It was the school was Oxford, and they were the ones the two parents were the ones that went on the run because they were going to be brought in for involuntary manslaughter charges, because they bought the kid the gun the weekend before, and when they got called to the school because the kid was drawing pictures of death and guns, they didn't mention that they fucking bought him a gun the week before. And but a lot of the trial is just showing just how shitty of a parent she was. And the father is his trial just started. And it was just she had a fucking affair that she was working on. She had horses that she would go to the horse ranch and hang out with. Meanwhile, her fucking kid is at home, no friends. Wild stuff. It just seeing how derelict of duty she was as a parent, and she got found guilty. She's gonna be put away for a while. I forget if they have sentenced her or not. But
that's really complicated, man. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Okay,
go either
Lee,
way.
You have said this because I brought it up, but if you see some of the details of this case, you would agree that she needs to go away, because it would not have happened if the parents. Okay, here are some of the details that are wild, because they showed pictures from around the house. After the shooting happened, police went and took pictures of the house for evidence. There were multiple guns in that house just hanging out. Just chilling. Guns, ammo, not like in a specific area.
What are you going to do? You spent so much money on them. You're not just going to tuck them away.
Oot and a boot.
You just want to look at them.
There's so many, I guarantee you, especially around these parts, there are so many houses like that when no one gets shot anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's, that's still, I don't know.
Well,
I get it. These people fucking suck, and you're probably not wrong. But I don't know. That one reeks of slippery slope.
Hey, man, at least somebody's getting fucking in trouble for these shootings, right? I think they should start suing the state next.
Well, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. That I'm down for.
Okay, so shifting gears here, this week started the trial of the armorer from the Alec Baldwin movie Rust, where he shot the director of photography. And, you know, we all kind of heard about this news when it happened, and there was a lot of rumors. You know, she was a new armorer. There were people shooting live rounds on set. The production was moving too fast, and they were cutting corners, so on and so forth. What I've seen from the trial so far, everywhere on set where there were bullets, there were live bullets. There was a gun belt.
Why would there be one live bullet?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so fucking crazy.
There
Why
was
is there
Right.
a single live bullet?
Yep. There was a prop gun belt with a live bullet in it. There was a
Oh, just one as a treat.
just one as a treat. There was the gun cart, the armorer's cart, was just haphazard, loose fucking bullets, just banging around. Just grab bag. Everybody grab a
Dealer's
couple bullets.
choice.
Yeah. And then
fuck?
there was a box.
That's crazy.
There was a box that said dummy rounds on the outside. Dummy rounds that have no projectile, no fucking.
just paper and gunpowder, right?
And that was the box that the bullet that killed the director of photography was pulled from. And there was another live round in that box.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's full of rounds for dummies.
and
When this like
Yeah,
first
that is,
broke, I was like,
That
this
is some
is
good old
like a horrible
criminal
accident.
negligence.
yeah,
Right. Like when this first came out, it was like, this is just a clear accident. Like people just, cut him some slack. Like there was no way to know. But then you hear about the set and you know that like they were aware that this was happening and they just were like, oh,
Like fucking
there's a
Mr. Bean with the
1%
armor.
chance- Yeah. Like there's a 1% chance this might have a real bullet in it. I think I'll point it at that person and pull the trigger anyways. Like
there had been 2 incidents on one day prior to this where there were accidental misfires. And, on a movie set,
Jesus Christ.
the armorer is a very like serious position. Like you don't fuck around. And, if there's live ammunition or ammunition that is going to make a bang, there's protocols. There's, hey, everybody, we're about to shoot some fucking bullets off. Be prepared. So you shouldn't expect just random gunshots on a set.
Jesus.
Oops. Whoopsies.
Well, desk pop.
That's fucking wild, man.
And the camera crew walked off set the night before because I believe they were promised hotel rooms and they weren't given hotel rooms. So they fucking bailed the night before and then they brought in some replacements the next day and it was just kind of, everything was chaotic.
Who wants to make a snuff film?
Oh, I don't believe it's been brought up in the trial yet. I could be wrong. But apparently people were just bringing their own ammo and bringing their own guns and just fucking like having target practice in between shots.
Sometimes you just want to have a good time with your pals.
Sometimes. And they got a hold of her text messages because she's also being charged with tampering with evidence. They've been getting into that. It seems like she tried to go in after the fact and kind of disguise some evidence or whatever, hide things.
Man, that is a real serious cookie jar to get caught with your hand in. Like, Jesus.
But as they're going through her text messages, I just had the thought because her fucking iPhone, the nickname of her iPhone is Gorilla Grip Pussy Pal. And they had an expert read this out loud in court. So I just had the thought, like, what kind of crime do I have to do to where they're just going to subpoena all of my Facebook messages?
I don't know, but
And then they'll be like,
they're going viral when that happens.
Like, and Your Honor, clearly the man associates with only degenerates.
Yeah. Just depraved and evil people.
We get a call that they subpoenaed your text messages. We're all gonna be famous. So
Yep.
Oh,
I got a bug out bag just in case.
I fucking hope they subpoena
gonna have
my
to
text
move.
messages.
yeah, I'm leaning into it, Lee. I'm going on Celebrity Apprentice. I'm
Yep.
doing all of it.
Celebrity Apprentice.
Yep.
Trump's already doing Celebrity Apprentice again, huh? Hey.
It'll be back. He'll need the money.
And then the thing that I've taken from all of this court television I've been watching is being a lawyer is really simple, because when you're asking questions in court, you're not asking questions to find out answers. You're asking questions you already know the answers to, and that's fucking easy.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
That's simple.
You're goddamn right. It is.
Yep. Mahoney, I think we got a real Lewis lid on our hands.
Oh, you know it. I just saw the episode where he gets fired. Well, he resigned. But that's happened like 7 other times. So I'm sure next episode he'll be right back.
Yeah.
Because this is what I mean by it's formulaic. It's like, oh, this week Mike quits. Next week Donna quits. Next week Lewis quits. And it's like, yeah, I know. Every week one of them quits, and then they go and they have a hug and they all come back.
Yep. I
We're
mean,
doing
if you're
this
Lewis,
for the
you got to go
Suits-averse.
mudding.
Gotta go mudding. Lee, you ever been mudding?
Possibly. What
You
do
would
they
know.
call
Lay in
mudding?
a tub of hot mud with another man nearby.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
talking
I
about
have not.
like taking a truck out into the mud.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like I've mudded like that. Yeah.
Lewis Lit does not take trucks out into the
Yes,
mud.
you
Come on.
silly
Yeah,
Come
boy.
on.
Because I'm like,
God.
yeah, I'm like, I've been mudding, but just the way he's saying it, he can't possibly mean what I think he means.
Yeah, was he saying
Absolutely
mudding or
not.
muddin?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Is there a G on it? Was the how hard was the G? Need to know that. Very important.
There was a British man one time who made fun of his mudding, and that didn't end well for him.
No.
And this is the guy who you showed that video of, and he was like, I eat dicks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
I eat cock for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yeah.
I eat pieces of shit like you for
I
breakfast.
thought of that. I saw that. And I thought of when Happy Gilmore was like, this guy said he eats pieces of shit for breakfast.
It's bizarre because sometimes they'll say the most ridiculous stuff, but you can tell that they're 100% serious. And then other times somebody's like, I eat cock for breakfast. It's like, okay. Clearly you don't mean that.
Are we
I don't
not
know.
doing phrasing
I think he
anymore?
did.
There's also the characters, Lee, that like one dude had a secretary and she was in a bunch of episodes and then she just never showed up. And I'm like, oh, so you got a pilot. Like you landed another show.
Right.
Yeah, no, that happens
You
sometimes.
just left.
Like, Janice? Carol? Who's out there?
Exactly. There's no like mention of her. There's no explanation. She's just all of a sudden not around anymore. It's like, oh, okay,
Nope.
well, Godspeed.
That's
This is
that's
Lisa, who's been here the whole time.
that's USA Television for you.
Yep.
We have characters.
They have characters.
Man,
Yeah, I fucking loved a USA show, but yeah, I can't say I watched any of them more often than once a week.
Speaking of USA characters, have you heard any updates on Todd Chrisley recently, Kelly?
I have not, and I'm worried about
Oh
him.
man, that means something's about to happen.
Yeah. Class, not ass.
You just said that like you got a Chris Chrisley canary hung up in the corner of the office.
He's doing great. What if he's like running the prison?
He might be, for all we know.
He's like
Are
the
we sure
guy
he's
on
in prison?
Prison Break with the kid having to put his hand in his pocket.
He's the king of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Where is Todd Crisley? Oh,
Jail.
FPC Pensacola. Minimum security federal prison camp. Oh, I gotta go
Oh,
camping.
But
Yeah,
that
minimum
sounds
he'll
like
be fine.
summer camp.
Oh, goddamn.
It sounds like they do finger paints and arts and crafts.
Todd Crisley reveals younger look in new selfie. Yikes.
How's he get a younger look in prison?
Is this motherfucker getting work done in jail?
Okay, that is a fucking filter.
So this is from November 2023 saying that he should be getting out early.
Well, he's got to have good behavior.
I'm sure he's a model prisoner. Is that a countdown?
Still not going to be released.
2032.
2032 he gets out?
Yep.
Oh,
Damn, Todd.
God.
Why'd they have to
Don't-
throw away the white people I like?
Don't fuck
And-
with taxes.
I'm about to say with taxes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I know stories, multiple stories, where people have served less time for killing a person
Yeah.
than you'll go away for fucking with your taxes.
Yeah, but it's the level of fucking with your taxes, you know?
Still, I would help any of you hide a body before we'd fucking cook your books for you.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
Allegedly, our CIA agent. Purely hypothetical.
That's when the CIA agent breaks into the feed and he's like, "Nah, I get it."
I mean, Trump is getting that Crisley shine right now. Yeah, because
Yeah, but he deserves it.
Yeah, he does. He does.
I just it boggles my mind that him losing this fucking judgment did not torpedo his chances in any real way. And in fact, it seems to have done nothing. When
Nothing at
The
all.
fines-
Like
the
literally
fines
nothing.
levied against him are the cost to buy a president.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like how could you be more compromised? And it never came up. Like, no one else has said it. It's like, what the fuck? Insane. Absolutely insane. Like, it doesn't fucking matter.
So weird.
And he's gonna win.
I don't know. At this point, I think they would let him actually govern from a cell.
Yeah. Well, because all the Republicans are super hyped to go vote for Trump, and all the Democrats are like, "Well, I'm not
No,
voting
thank
for
you.
Biden."
Yeah.
And it's
No,
like, well, who's gonna win then?
we should be able to vote for none of the above.
Yeah.
And if
That would be fucking awesome.
if none of the above wins, then it's like having a substitute. It's basically a president term where we don't have to worry about nothing.
They
Want
send
to show
in
your
a
work
new,
on that one, bud?
They send in a new guy every month,
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
just rotating president.
Oh yeah, like raw guest hosts.
Yeah, exactly.
Like when they tried to find a new host for the Daily Show
Yeah,
or Jeopardy.
But it was
and eventually Ken
It'll
Jennings
be
is
just
the
like
president.
Jeopardy. They'll bring in a bunch of never mind. Never mind.
What, Mahoney? What are they going to bring in?
No. I forgot we were live.
Those are the
Oh.
good ones.
Oh, fuck. What else is going on, Kelly?
Nothing. I've still got a lot of snot coming out of my nose. Yesterday I blew my nose in the morning, and all the air pockets escaping out of my sinuses sounded like a Geiger counter inside my head.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we were
And
talking...
I'm sure it's not helped at all by the weather, seeing as it was 73 today for the
Yeah.
high, and the low tomorrow will be 18 degrees.
Yeah, that's why I asked you
fucking
if it was
bonkers.
getting warm there, because allergies are fucking
Yep.
nasty down here right now, and
Yep.
the weather's just going up and down, up and down.
Yep.
Cold, rainy, a little warm, then back to cold and rainy.
The pressure, everything, the weather's changing so quickly. I know a guy whose wife is pregnant, and the doctors warned them that for the next 2 days, the barometric pressure is going to be so fucked up that they have to be really careful or she might go into labor.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Yeah.
That's wild, man.
I
Jesus
get-
Christ.
Planet's fucked, y'all.
I get daily
crazy.
notifications from my weather app, and the weather app's like, pollen count is dangerous today, y'all. And it's like, that's what you said yesterday and for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this summer when I will just never leave my house because it's going to be fucking miserable, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. Stupid weather.
Yeah, I got real distracted thinking about the summer. That's gonna suck.
Yeah,
I'm not
no,
a fan personally.
this is just how it's gonna be until we all burn to death from the sun. So,
Yep.
yay!
Yay.
But yeah, I haven't really been doing much. I've just been healing up, getting better. Been playing a lot of Like a Dragon. That's been fun. Been reading a lot of old comics. And yeah, that's about it.
Some real pervert shit.
Real pervert shit. Actually,
Yeah,
real
I've been-
pervert shit. I was reading through today at work. I found a collection came in, and in it was a hardcover that collected a bunch of old ass Tijuana Bibles.
Whoa, that's cool.
That was cool as hell to flip through.
That's right up your fucking alley.
Man, Popeye had such a crazy looking dick in this one.
So for people who don't know, what is the Tijuana Bible, Kelly?
Tijuana Bibles are basically bootleg comics that were made in the 30s, roughly, or that era. They're just bootleg comics of whatever character of the day, of news strips, some actual just real people, in just essentially erotic fan fiction. Because that was really the only thing that you had for porn back in the day.
1930s AI porn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. There was
handcrafted porno.
There was one where I cannot remember what comic character it was, but his dick was so big it came out the woman's mouth. It went in one end and came out the other.
Oh my god.
That is so fucking funny because there are so many like fucking weird creep edgelord artists out there doing that exact same thing 100 years later.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild.
But they don't think it's funny.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Fucking badass. That's what it is.
Yeah. But yeah,
and
no,
then
this like,
his cock comes out of her mouth.
there was a Lou Gehrig strip, which I found interesting.
Okay.
There was a Mussolini strip.
Oh, all the hits.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
assume you kept that one, right? I mean, come on.
No, I flipped through it and I'm like, I don't think I'm probably ever going to really go back to this. I have not put it back on the shelf yet. It's still sitting in my little area so I can think on it. I may end up getting it. Yeah, real interesting stuff.
I'll let your boy. That's
Okay.
wild as hell.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll come home with me regardless.
There we go. Yeah, there you go. Fucking
I can
nuts.
send you that with your Penthouse comic.
Yay! Good stuff.
Oh, actually, now that we're on the topic of Lee buying things from my store, do you want the Figure-Eyes Kamen Rider Gaim when that comes in?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That should be. I should be getting that eventually. It was on the last order we were billed for from our model distributor, but sometimes they'll ship stuff the next day. Sometimes they'll let the shit sit in the box for a month and then ship. It's
All right.
so
Yeah,
I'll have it
definitely.
eventually. Cool. I'll let you
My
know.
fucking fruit samurai, man. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Orange version.
Fucking A. What you got going on, Mahoney? Anything we're talking about?
All suits all the time. Anytime I'm not doing,
Suits all
anything, suits.
Yeah, it's really funny because I have that with One Piece right now.
Well, you should maybe get into suits because then at least you'd be learning the law.
I don't know. Learn
Whole
lots
idea
about
of suits.
pirates.
It's let's see. I don't know. When did this come out, Kelly? It's not that old, but it like feels old
Like
because
probably 2010, 2012.
Yeah, it was around 2010, I think it started. That sounds about right.
so the guy's like a genius. He
2011.
has basically like a photographic memory, and he is using it to take the bar like illegally for other people. But then in his side hustle, he sells marijuana with his roommate. And then he's going to get in so much trouble for selling weed that he has to like live a life of
I'm a lawyer.
law fraud and pretend to be a lawyer. And it's like, boy, this is from a time when marijuana was real scary to people.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
Oh God.
That's at the height of like stop and frisk.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
And then,
Gabriel
he
Mock
just,
ain't getting stopped and frisked.
he just becomes a lawyer
Yeah.
and has no degree.
And then at least once a
And,
season, they get real worried that someone's gonna find out he doesn't have a degree,
Oh, absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
then they
That's part
falsify
of
a
the
bunch of
formula.
records to make sure it happened. It looks like he did have a degree.
And then that one dude is like, I'll suck your dick right now.
Yeah.
So I watched a episode of One Piece today where the pirates are all about to leave this one island, and there's this guy Frankie that they want to join their crew, but he won't go because he's too prideful, whatever the fuck. But now Frankie, it's a giant like meathead looking dude. He just wears like a Hawaiian print shirt and little tiny like brief things. And so their plan to get him onto the boat is to coordinate a massive chase where they yank off his fucking drawers and make him run through the city until they get to the boat and be like, you can have your drawers back if you get on the boat. Which means that this guy has to make the decision of whether or not to leave his only home and all of his friends, or else there'll be a price on his head for the shit he just got into. He has to have this massive decision with his dick out.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking hilarious. Pretty great.
They're letting him know the freedom he's going to enjoy on the open seas.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. It was fucking ridiculous.
Have you gotten to the wrestling episode yet?
No, not yet.
That's the one episode I've seen.
I
was a
believe that
moment
very much.
Where I had a panic because I was like, is he talking to Lee or me? Do I have a wrestling episode coming up?
No, you don't. I don't believe there's any crossover. There would be occasional WWE people that would show up in the USA shows, but I don't think it ever happened in Suits.
No, so far they had Michael Phelps. He came and fucked somebody.
Oh yeah.
WWE superstar The Miz on this week's Suits.
Well, that would be great. I'd be all for that.
Yeah, that's everything. That Mahoney would just be in heaven.
Yeah,
The Miz
that's
can show up.
so many
anytime.
worlds colliding.
I
Yeah.
hope he brings Coral with him.
On this week's Suits, Mike The Miz, WWE superstar, comes to the Suits office to ask them to represent him in a case where he's trying to buy the original West Coast Avengers run.
Oh man, Mahoney, if you want to watch another USA show, you could watch Miz and Mrs.
I'm not
Oh,
going to
hell
do that.
yeah.
That's for sure.
About the Miz and his hot wife.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
Okay.
not watching The Miz and the Mrs.
Really? Like, that's the line?
Yeah, I don't need to watch reality shows about The Miz as a wrestler and his wife. I am too busy watching 8 seasons of Suits.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I don't blame you. I would never watch that either, but you watch all kinds of weird shit.
It's true.
I can
don't
just see
get
there being a
into
point where you
reality
get.
too much.
Okay, well, that's good, because I don't respect that as an art form. Not great.
Did you
Oh,
know
shit.
that?
Speaking of,
Somewhere Todd
go ahead.
Crisley weeps, Lee.
well, Nicole has been balls deep in Sister Wives for months and months.
Oh, does that
And-
mean you're gonna be balls deep in Sister Wives?
Hell yeah,
No more than just the one we've
brother.
already got.
Yeah, me.
They got to like 2020, and they're filming the show themselves basically on their cell phones and shit like that to get content out
Oh
there.
right,
to shoot
yeah.
it. But like, COVID destroyed this fucking family. It's wild. Like, all the shit and the nonsense that they'd kind of been going through very publicly for years. The last straw was when the dad was like, hey, can we be cool and socially distance, because I got to go to a bunch of different houses and I don't want to get my kids sick. And half the women were like, are you out of your fucking mind? I want to go places. And that destroyed their fucking family.
Wild.
Absolutely crazy. It's almost like it's an impractical lifestyle. No judgment,
Yeah.
but fuck, that looks like a lot of work.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Mahoney, I give you a lot of credit for being able to watch television programs the way you do. I can't do it. I can't binge stuff like that.
But
I
he's
don't
also
even
like, he's got to toe in sometimes.
yeah, but like I can't do it. Like
Well-
it's not like if I get bored or something, but like no matter what, if I try and binge a show like that, I will fall off. Like it's just how it goes. I need
Congratulations
to
on
spread
being
it
able to
out.
be alone with your thoughts, Kelly. What you gotta do is just
Well, no, but here's the thing: I will watch a ton of different shit all at, like the time, like, but I just can't do one thing like that. Like I will, if I'm watching a show, I'll need to be watching like 5 others along with it, and
Mhm.
intercutting episodes in between.
Just like old watching TV.
Yeah, I mean that's why like I love YouTube. I just program my own programming blocks essentially in my playlists.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I won't watch whatever prestige television show people tell me to watch, but I'm like, all right, cool, let's go 4-hour long video essay about this one wrestling feud. Okay, click play. What's that 6-hour talking about fucking Cyberpunk 2020? You fucking got it. All right,
Thumbs up.
load me up. What's that?
Yeah, and
8
see-
hours?
That sounds like an absolute nightmare to me. I will watch 8 seasons of Suits with like minimal hesitation, but Jose will send me a 10-minute YouTube video, and I'm like, I'm not watching this. Like, I don't have a 10-minute YouTube video in me.
See,
And then
you
I'll
got
watch 6 hours of Suits.
I gotta get you on the video essay train. We're gonna do this together. Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, Kelly, you gotta watch this 10-hour long essay about Beyblades.
I don't like changes.
As you slap it on the TV. You don't watch it on your phone.
No, I
Unless-
almost never watch TV on TV.
That's
I mean, I had
Always
2
on
children.
My tablet.
okay.
yeah.
That's true.
It's on my tablet, and sometimes I don't even know where my tablet is because I just have my earpiece in, and I'll be listening to Suits like a radio play, and then I'll be like, "Where the fuck is my tablet?"
It's at the office.
Yeah, these days I watch most of my YouTube just on my laptop while I'm playing video games.
Yeah. Sounds like the way to do it. I am trying to place this fucking roof in Lego Fortnite, and it will not go where I need it to go, and it is infuriating.
There's been some
Okay,
issues.
explain. I need you to explain Lego Fortnite to me real fast. Is it
It's
own
anything.
game?
It's its own game. They
Okay,
basically were
that's-
like, here's a completely new game that exists in the world of Fortnite.
But you
Except
access
it's
it
nothing
from
like Fortnite.
from
It's
Fortnite.
just got the same characters.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got like there's like fish in the game, and you can get the same fish, and like that sort of stuff is the same. But there's nothing Fortnite about Lego Fortnite. It's just Minecraft or
It's basically
any of
Minecraft
these
with a new
games.
skin.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can use all of the characters that you've accumulated over the years playing Fortnite as Lego versions. Most of them have.
Right.
Lego.
Oh,
Which was
that's wild.
Very cool touch, yeah.
Yeah.
Like when they first launched it, they preloaded it with like 200 some odd skins that were in Lego form, and even
Goddamn.
some of them, you'd go to select it. Some of the ones that I had, at least, and it was like, a little note would come across the bottom that said like, yeah, this is your Lego version of fucking Mancake, and it's cool, but there will be a cooler version later. And then sure as shit, a couple weeks later, like a whole on minifigure Mancake popped up.
So yeah,
That's wild.
They launched the Lego Fortnite and then the Fortnite Festival at the same time, and Fortnite Festival is essentially going to be Rock Band, Guitar Hero. You could play it now, but they don't have instruments for it yet. They're working
I played that one time, and holy shit. I never played Rock Band, and I was like, this is not for me. I can't do
No,
this.
I cannot play those games. I'm so bad at that kind of stuff.
It was like work multiple fingers in different directions at the same time, and I was like, no, not on purpose. I can do that like through instinct, but
Yeah.
I can't do that on purpose.
No.
One thing I forgot to talk about during my week that I definitely wanted to bring up. We've been ragging on fast food recently because prices are stupid.
Oh, right.
And Wendy's decided to do this surge pricing thing, and Taco Bell hasn't had a fucking value menu for 15 years, but every so often Taco Bell does introduce something new and amazing, and this cheesy chicken crispanada is a fucking revelation. We've been back twice already to get it because, of course, it is a limited time. But it's essentially their caramel apple empanada, but instead of caramel apple on the inside, it's fucking Fiesta chicken.
Yeah, I'm down.
And it's so goddamn good.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and like
Sounds like the chicken tornadoes from New York Comic Con.
oh,
Hell yeah.
yeah. It's real good. Highly recommend.
Still think about those.
Get it before they stop making them right,
Yeah.
Dang one it at you. Well, on that delicious note, let's fucking land this bird.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze because my allergies are also fucked right
Do
now.
it.
Yep.
Do
it.
Time.
Sneeze
Sneeze
right in
right.
your mouth.
I
Yeah.
don't want to. I don't want to.
The other night,
We'll be
in
back.
the middle of the night, I had to go sit on the couch and breathe out of my mouth for like 45 minutes before I could go back to bed.
Yep, that sounds about right. Keep waking up with like that fucking crust and film all over the inside of your mouth, and you're like, "What is
That's
this
the
and
worst.
why?"
And COVID's
Fuck.
making a comeback in a big way. Sorry,
Yep.
Tito, who's got COVID, and fucking measles and cholera too. So bringing back all the hits.
That's
What time
pretty
to
neat.
be alive.
Pretty cool.
It's
Who would have
great.
thought
We
that
get
as
to
a
have
society we would
all the
we would
diseases.
cure diseases and then let them have a nostalgia run for no reason than will.
I mean, if you lived through 2020, you believe it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What a case study that's going to be for the world, right?
Mhm.
Like when assuming there are still classes and they still teach things 100 years from now, they'll be like, and so then there was this crazy virus and it killed a lot of people. Like an entire generation lost their Nana and Pop-Pops. It was crazy. And then they invented a couple of vaccines for it. They were really effective and really had, no significant side effects or anything like that. Beyond a couple of days, they kind of did it. And like half the people didn't want it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That
What
was already
the fuck?
bubbling below the surface, though. The anti-vax parents before COVID even happened. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
was-
The COVID really hit at the worst possible time for that.
yeah.
But it was like Like, but that's all like dumb shit. But this was the heart of a new plague, and still just like I don't think so.
Yeah, but they're gonna
what?
get autism.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, Lee, don't you know they'd rather die than get autism?
You know, sometimes autism is the answer. If that armorer on that Rust movie had a little bit of an autism, maybe there wouldn't be a dead person.
I guarantee you that's true.
I don't know. It's a specific type of autism, and we're using autism as an all-encompassing phrase, which doesn't really work a lot. But still, sometimes autism is the answer.
What I enjoy about all the anti-vaxxers who are like, I can't give my kid a vaccine, they'll be autistic. It's like, so many of you are undiagnosed autistics anyway. Like,
Yeah. Don't want to get that kid vaccinated and give him autism with all that fetal alcohol syndrome he already has.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. There are a lot of times where I'm at work and I will look at a coworker who's driving me crazy, and I will just be like, if you had been born 30 years later, you would have been officially diagnosed with something. I don't know what, but it's something.
But whatever you got, it's got letters.
Normal behavior. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have named some shit after you. Brenda. So we will be back next week at 10 p.m. Eastern-ish, 9 p.m. Central at youtube.com/panelsonpages for Jason Nyes, the ghost of Jose Guzman, Kelly Harrison, a good buddy, Mahoney. I am the Lord Reverend Lee Rodriguez. Talk to you guys next week. Night. Love you. Bye-bye.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
Fucking Google something.
Holy shit.
You fucking Google ass bitch.
I didn't want to say it.
What are you, some kind of bitch?
Whoa.
You fucking
Google ass bitch. Why you keep bugging us, YouTube?
you fucking Google ass bitch.
That's it.